October is come and try month. Get in the game at a club near you. Check your local bowls club for details. Lawn bowls, what a game.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championships. We have the men's singles, and this is the final between Chris Rosanese and Peter Leon. Bowls Queensland, proudly sponsored by Queensland Government, Mullins, More Than Law, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Host Plus, Asset Sports, and Henselite Choice of Champions. And I'd like to welcome my co-commentator, Brett Clifford. Hi, Brett. How are you, mate?
G'day, mate. I'm still getting over that ladies' final. Oh, boy, if you haven't seen it, you've got to look at it, everyone.
What a ripper.
Oh, 24 all, 25-24 to Caitlin Inch over Chloe Stewart.
I think I was sitting in the seat when they were 15-1 and, you know, you were a bit worried had Caitlin got the crunch over Chloe, but then the fight started.
Okay, so they've started off by the look of this. No, there's still a roll up. Yeah, next end. Okay, I'll just go through on how they got there. Chris Rosanese beat Ryan Burnett in the quarter-final, 21-18. He then beat Aaron Sheriff in the semi-final, 25-16. Now, Peter Leon Punsi beat Luke Day, 21-7 in the quarter-final. He then... Barry Lester, Chris Rosanese played. Peter Leon beat Aaron Sheriff, 25-16, and Chris played Barry Lester and beat him 25-15. And I'll tell you what, this young fellow, Chris, the way he's got to the final, he's beaten some absolute champions. Ryan Bester, he's beat Barry Lester, he's beaten Ryan Burnett. There's been no easy draws for him, and I'll tell you what, he's as cool as a cucumber.
He certainly is.
Wow, very consistent bowls.
Yeah, gee, over the last couple of days he's been very, very consistent, and you're right, he doesn't get a feather out of place.
He doesn't.
Very cool.
Very cool man under pressure, and not to mention Punsi. Turned 72 last Sunday. How's that? And he told me to tell all you old buggers, listen, get in there, I'm doing it for all you.
Ah, well done. Well done. How good's that?
Oh, look, he's a character. He certainly is. Look, I think it was 2006 Punsi won the state singles, the last time he won it. So, like a good wine, he's maturing with age.
He certainly is. Is he a red or white? I hope he's a red.
I think he'd drink both at the same time. I really would.
G'day, Lee and Irene from Harvey Bay. How are you? Steve Weston, Josephine Pug, John Newell and Steve Weston. Oh, I said Steve twice, so fair enough.
Yes, I don't know either. Look, I think it's going to be a fantastic game. Obviously, because of the thunder and the conditions, we've moved undercover here at Paradise Point. The green run's beautiful here anyway, so it all gets down to ability like it always does anyway. We're lucky to have it because just during the last few bowls played in the ladies' final, there was a lightning strike not too far away, but it sounded a lot closer, and it really put the wind up the girls and put it... I tell you, I jumped out of my seat, I'll tell you now. So it was very scary towards the end.
I think it was right over top of us, mate, when it let go.
Oh, I tell you. And I tell you what, it went down to the last bowl, that final. Chloe Stewart had a chance to take out two bowls she was trying to take out and win the game. Got one, didn't come across and get the other. So it was right to the death. Big early break by Caitlin Inch. Got out to like a 15-1 lead. Held two shots and all of a sudden, Chloe started to come back.
Yeah, she certainly did.
Yes.
The game turned around and the final few, well, I'm not going to say few moments because it took a while, were fantastic.
Held game a few times as well towards the end. They got to 24-21 and then the fight back. One shot, bingo, done. Really fine effort by the two of them. Of course, Chloe was defending champion.
Yeah, last year's champ.
Yes.
Wendy Usher, good afternoon, Wendy. How you going? You got Gordon out there labouring in the backyard. John Newell, hi John, how are you? Sharon Ray, Catherine Haldine. Settle down, Catherine. It will be a great show, that's for sure.
It will be. Boy, oh boy. Of course, both these bowlers, being from Pine Rivers as well, Chris, obviously play well on the carpet. And, of course, Punsi's been the Pine Rivers as well. He's up to Kawana by the look of his shirt now. So,
Yeah, that's correct,
But he's
Brett.
played a lot of games on the carpet. They're both experienced bowlers. There's no demons here. Well, he doesn't have a bowling arm. He's just got the stick just to support himself. So,
Good afternoon, Mary Ingram from Coupar, Fife, Scotland.
now there's no time limit, of course, and they won't need it anyway. They're pretty quick bowlers, both of them. 25 first two. Here we go.
And good afternoon, Viv McCahan, watching from Wagga Wagga, New South Wales.
So good they named it twice.
Might have been a speech impediment. They cut it out.
Here we go. Punsey with the first bowl. Tell you what, he's well down with the first one. Look at this.
Great
There's
bowl.
a way to start off a final. Well played.
Great
Bit of
bowl.
chalk, yes.
So yeah, this Chris has done a great job. His dad was on the live stream before, so good day to Chris's dad once again.
Yes, the job's not finished, but as I
No.
told him before the game, I said, you've done extremely well, but there's one more to go. Yes, Clinton, he certainly does. Turned 72, if you didn't hear me before. 72 last Sunday he turned, Punsey. Good bowl there. Lovely weight on that.
So we've also got Jocelyn Gonzalez, Rosannes. Good bowling, Chris. My word, he's bowled well.
He has. Very cool head on those shoulders, I'll tell you now. We'll be seeing him in a lot more finals. Nicely down here, Punsey. Two top starters. Look at that. Wow.
So that probably answers your question, Tim Smith. Yes, the old fella has got enough juice left in him.
He's got enough juice. Oh, boy. Don't ever tell him that. Okay. Just trying to arrive on this and spring the jack a little bit. And sit on the shot bowl and do that as well. Very close here. Oh, good effort. Actually rolled it across. That's all right.
Great bowl.
Yes.
Great bowl. Just upset the head there ever so slightly. And we've got... I've got to get around this one. Jordan Hunter from Dunfermline, Fife, Scotland.
Good on you. Congratulations.
Welcome aboard, Jordan.
The man's coming down for another. Look at him trotting down there. Who needs a stick, he says. Oh, tell you what. Michael Breen's on what? G'day. How you going? He'd be looking to keep this weight and just trail that jack back. Here we go. Will he get under?
Yeah, get inside those ones.
Will he get under this one? He's close. He's just locked it and actually got a bit of a bad result there. Holding three, but it looks very gettable. I think, what'll old Peter do here? Will he go around the back or will he try and change the head?
Well, Tim Smith come back and says, never doubt the old fella. Well, that's right.
Oh, no. G'day, Wazza.
Joy Marshall watching from Vic. Where is Chris from? Chris is from Pine Rivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Punsey's just having a bit of a think about this. Do I try and change it? Go around the back, yeah. Okay. Let's see what he does here.
Looks like he's taken that option, Brett, too.
Yeah, just get around the back. It looks very gettable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Holding three. Quite a wide head to play at, and he's got the best backwood out of that. That's what he was after.
Oh, I've got it now. Chris's father is from Cobar in New South Wales.
Cobar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the bowl shirts are very unusual. You've got the Kawana Thunder and you've got the Pine Rivers Pirates. Great shirts.
Good afternoon, Matt Weeks from Baronia, Victoria.
Karen's on board. Welcome to the final. Here we go. Big bowl coming up here straight away. Three down. looking to land the jack or sit on a bowl, one or the other. Looks very close.
It does, mate. He's just got to get under those front bowls.
Oh, I tell you, looks very, very close. He's got it. And he's locked onto Punsi's now. I don't know who's got shot there. That's close. Punsi might actually have shot there. Got a bit of a grin on his face. He said, I put it back there. You weren't going to get me, I'll tell you now. Hang on. Wait a minute. Who's got shot?
Think about it.
Yeah, we'll have a look at this. Nah. Peter's got the shot.
And good afternoon, Maria Pereira from Cairns in far north Queensland. Wayne Gates, Gail Pritchard watching from Yungaburra. What a lovely piece of far north Queensland.
Okay.
Played bowls at Yungaburra. What a great place.
Yes, Clinton. Well, he's always been like that, haven't he? He's lost his marbles. Get out of it, you. He found them again. G'day, Ken from Zimbabwe. Welcome aboard. I think we're going to have a tight game on our hands here.
Yeah, I think so.
You can see the touch they've already got. I'll tell you what.
Don't underestimate either one of them.
Or no.
G'day, Reed James. How are you?
Hey, Reedy.
So Peter down with his first bowl.
Yes.
As we probably noticed there's a notable change for the line because of the carpet we're playing on and different texture to the grass, obviously.
Of course, runs very consistent. G'day, Denise Hamilton, watching from Bunyip in Victoria. And Joan Bird, watching from Tiaroa in New Zealand. Welcome back. We've got a couple of guest commentators coming in after. Kurt Brown.
Oh, fantastic.
And Nick again.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah.
Yes. Bit of youth.
Hey,
Replace us old
hang
fellas.
on.
Well, I'm not saying that. You're not. I should say replacing me. I'm an old bugger. Nice bowl there by Chris. Well played.
So, Chris's father, Rod Rosanese, again from Cobar, watching. Don Walno from Druin. Good afternoon.
Well, William, I've been told Chris is at Pine Rivers. He's got the shirt on there, which doesn't mean he might have just, when he nominated, he might have been playing for them, but I feel he is playing for Pine Rivers.
Well, that's been the impression from the last couple of games.
That's what I was told,
yeah.
yes. Yep.
And Sue Walters from Yenda, New South Wales.
G'day, Warren from Dapto. Welcome aboard.
Vivian Belford from Echuca. Denise Odgers from Burnie in northern Tasmania. And here I go again. Mike Watts from Aberstein with Wales. It's as close as I'm going to get, I think.
As long as it's not that real curly one that's at that station that's got the longest name in the world or whatever. It's that in Wales, isn't it? I think it is.
Now, we've got a question. What bowls are Peter and Chris using?
I'll leave that one to you.
Good question. Unfortunately, I haven't got an answer for you at the moment. We'll work on it.
We'll work on that one. Now, Peter's only the one down.
David George from Footscray Park Bowls Club. Played bowls there.
Owen, you are right. He's got a very dry sense of humour, Peter, but he's an absolute gentleman. Plays the game hard, but very friendly man. Not badly down here. Good effort. Will he run it out all the way? Yes, probably still down. Yep. Chris holding shot there. Going to swap over and play the other hand. Yes, you can see that there. Thank you, Robbie.
Changing hands. Yeah, hoping to pick up his second shot here. Got a reasonably good looking line.
Yeah,
he's going to use that front bowl, Brett?
A tad narrow. He wants to leave everything alone. His weight was very, very good. He's just a tad narrow.
Mitchell Pearce played against Peter in the mid-80s, was at Springvale, and now Mount Eliza, down there near Mount Martha in Victoria. Chris Murray from Port Sorell in Tasmania. Welcome aboard, Chris. Hope you stay with us for this final between Chris Rosanese and Peter Leon, the final of the 2020 Bowls Queensland
Robert's
State
just
Champions.
letting me know that Chris has won the Pine River Singles the last 2 years.
Oh, great. David Croft from Bomaderry.
Now, Punsey might just like to come down and just sit this shot bowl just under the jack. Will he do that, or will he play the other hand just to bump his own up? He can actually get to it, but he's probably a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Just needs to skirt his own bowl on that hand to get the shot bowl.
So Chris has got a bowl left on this.
He
this
has,
end.
yes. He needs another one in there. He'd love to trail the jack just behind his own shot bowl for a couple and just stop Peter from playing this shot. Very gettable.
Only one bowl
Oh,
to go.
well, he's only got one to go, then he can't play the shot. He better just draw a shot then. Unless Peter's got 5 bowls. I wouldn't put it. He hasn't got another one, has he?
No, he's removed his bowls bag.
Now, can we draw for 2? Needs to get a bit of grass. His weight was very, very good, or carpet, I should say.
We know what you mean.
He's out there on a nice line this time. Here we go. Just needs to get by this front one. Little edge.
Ooh.
And it fell over. I'd suggest 2 shots. Oh, big lightning strike out there. No worries here. 2 shots there to Chris to get him off and running.
As soon as we find out, Michael O'Connor, we'll let you know what bowls they're playing with.
Well, I've got arrows and edges, but I'm not sure which one's got which. So, oh, okay.
We've just been informed Peter has GTRs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And John Walker, that's not a very good comment. Peter's major sponsor is WD-40. I think we'll let that one go, mate.
Hey, listen, I tell you what, he's not looking too bad for a 72-year-old. He told me he's doing it for all you guys out there that are over 70. So give him a bit of support. Come on.
Exactly. He's leading the way.
Exactly. Hey, like a fine old wine.
Yeah, a great example.
You shall see it takes a nice little bit of carpet, this green. It's not as fast as what Pine Rivers used to be, but it's because Pine Rivers have changed their carpet up there. They've gone to a different type.
So how long's it been up there, Brett, the new
The new
carpet?
one, not too long. I think only probably Robbie might know, probably only a month or so. Longer than that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, was it that long? Oh.
Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
well, if it's
right.
been there, let's say just on 12 months, it'll be very stretched then too.
Great bowl here. Someone might let us know from the club. G'day, Aaron. Watching from Paddington in Sydney. There's a young fella. Well, you can, Karen, just write to Pine Rivers, and they'll send you one, and they'll probably mail one out to you. So ring them up and ask them first. Pine Rivers, get them on their bowls site.
So Tim Smith thinks that Chris may have arrows.
Uh-huh. The steely glare of Peter Leon. Have a look at that. Good on you, Wazza. That's the way. June 2020. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was too long because, yeah.
Oh, so it's got another 6 months to stay down before they get back and stretch it. And,
Stretch it, yes,
and then
yes.
relay it.
A lot different than their other surface, of course.
Yeah, so Jesse Turnbull's just confirming there that Chris is playing with Aero Optimus.
Oh, he's just missed the jack there. Not a bad little home, but just the same.
So still a couple of bowls to come.
Julie, I think you'll get it too. It was a great final for the girls, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, g'day Joe Gigo. Yeah, welcome back, mate. You'll absolutely enjoy this game.
Now, Peter's a little bit narrow here, but he's going to come to a pretty good home. I think that we'll just see what Chris is going to play here. He might swap over, try and trail or sit the bowl. He can still sit it on that hand. A lady in the background that looks like she's very comfortable with her feet. Oh, I can see them. Yes, okay. Yes, you are right. Hello, Sheila. Here we go. Well, you've got to get comfy. Couple of drinks. Okay, now Chris. Oh. Well, yeah, Ponzi's bowl's just gone over there. He could trail this Jack about a foot and a bit, make 3 or 4 shots out of it, actually.
Yeah, mate, he's got a bowl to come.
Yes, and I tell you what, it's on the cards here. He's only got to trail it with the weight he just used his last bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah.
Pick it up and pick up 4 shots.
Yes. G'day, Aaron, and you're watching on the treadmill at your local gym. Well, mate, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. Exercise and a bit of bowls at the same time if you can't get out there and play it.
So Pete Leon with his last bowl. He'll be hoping to...
just to arrive onto the Jack, just to move it a foot and a half. Now, will he come under this bowl? No, I don't think so.
He's a bit tight, mate. I think he's on the outside there and still...
Only the one shot.
Yep.
To Peter. 2 all.
David Wilkes watching from Bribey Island. Lovely part of the country.
Certainly is.
Bongaree Bowls Club up there.
Mm.
Great hosts. Joe Gigo again. Yeah, what a week. Well, it certainly has been, Joe. It's been absolutely fantastic. Great bowls. And this will tip it all off, or top it off if you like, as the men's singles, the final.
Yes.
And probably a bit of an unusual result here from the two fellas playing, but...
Well, they were probably not the favourites to get there.
No.
Well, Ponzi would disagree with that.
He's allowed to, mate. But they certainly, both of them have fought their way through and taken a few scalps, and
yes.
a well-deserved win and a well-deserved place in the grand final.
Yes, Peter beat Darren Sheriff, and of course Chris beat Barry Lester. Absolutely brilliant example of bowls.
So Pete's first bowl, he's just run across the head. He's probably sitting about 6 inches in front of the bowl, as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen. Chris is on the mat, very deliberate on the mat, takes his time, pretty cool customer.
Pouring rain in Harvey Bay. Was a little comment here from Pauline Rose. There's a tad narrow there. The one thing you can do on this green, obviously most carpet surfaces, take a bit of grass, or a bit of carpet, I keep saying.
Everyone will know what you mean, Brett.
Get out there and see how much it'll draw in, especially in the first few ends. Get your eye in.
Yeah, David Shaw from Nambour. We can assure you, mate, that this game will equal the last final we've seen just before, and you're in for a ripper, mate.
Wasn't there some twists and turns?
Oh, look, it was fantastic.
Boy, everyone was saying, well, the game's over. 15-1 down. You won't come back from there.
Oh,
all of a sudden...
I think I was on the commentary with you then, and I thought, oh, no, what's going to happen?
Well, yeah, the big turning point.
Oh, was it ever?
Well, two shots that Caitlin was holding, and Chloe turned it around to 3 up with a brilliant shot, and all of a sudden got that momentum going. And boy.
It's your confidence back, and away you go. So a good-looking bowl coming in here for Chris. Yes. He might be a little shy, but...
it's not a bad
shot
bowl there. Yes, for sure.
Dawn Hanson from Leopold on the Bellarine Peninsula, near Geelong. I hope you tipped the right team last night.
We've got the NRL on tonight. The Storm and Penrith playing.
Should be a great game.
Oh, I think it will be. Boy, oh boy. Now, Ponzi's not badly down. He's got his own bowl to roll over. If he gets under it, and he's very close to it, will he turn enough from there? He's only got just a little tad short. How do you qualify, Aaron? Well, you just enter it. It's an open event. Yes. Put your name down. You go through the sectional play. And away you go from there. It's straight knockout till you get to the final.
Ah, yes, certainly. And good afternoon, Ingrid and Maria Rigby.
Riggers.
Just give us a little bit of a tip there. There's 2 finals on tonight. And
There
Broncos
are.
versus the Roosters.
Yes, in
for
the
the
ladies. Of course. Yes.
So thank you very much.
It's the only football final the Broncos are ever going to get in. This year, anyway. Yeah. Okay, now, Pete. He's got a few seconds here. A little bit more direct on this one. Very close. Now. Lands that, comes across, takes the bowl out. Bingo, 3 shots. How about
Well done. What a great bowl.
that? Lovely bowl. Yes.
Great bowl.
Well, Chris knows what he's got to do here, so... Probably maybe 2. That bowl behind might be a bit too far behind, so... Hard to tell sometimes with the camera angle.
Yeah, it could bring Chris's bowl in there for the 3rd shot.
Yes, you can see that
Yep.
there. It's
Yep.
probably 2. Once he looks at the situations, yeah, that wasn't a bad bowl. I could do better. Now, Chris. Nice open draw here. He looks a touch narrow, unless he's got the weight to land the bowl. He's close, I suppose, to landing this. It's gonna when it
It's not a
starts
bad
to
line.
go. He is very close. Yeah, it just looked that
Oh.
touch narrow.
Yeah.
Good try.
Just slid through there. Needed just probably a little bit more of grass there and he would have got that. But
Yes, that's all.
great try there.
Battle of the Bands. Guns N' Roses versus Kings of Leon. Yes, Robin, it was a good shot by the Puncy, wasn't it? Very lucky to be able to play the final because of the indoor surface here. Of course, we do have a duty of care whenever there's lightning around that we must think of the bowler's safety first. It's paramount.
I think under occupational health and safety there's a minimum distance too that the lightning can come within the game, within any sort of sport, and then you've got to sort of pack up and get out of it.
What do? Anyone that's seen the final, the last end of the final, Caitlin was about to play her last bowl and there was a lightning strike not too far away.
No.
And boy, oh boy. Yes. Ooh. Anyway, here we go. Peter Leon leading 4-2 over Chris Rosanese. Now, Chris looks well pointed here. Turning nicely. Will it get the jack or not? It's just slid by. Good starter.
Great bowl.
Yes. Yes, Roger. It was a good move by Bowls Queensland. Paradise Point, weatherproof, gives you the option of going indoors, and it's worked a couple of times. Also, one of the games which was called off because of the weather yesterday at Musgrave Hill. The quarter-final, the men's singles, was finished off this morning on the indoor surface.
So a great second bowl there.
Yes,
from,
it was.
Peter.
Ponsy's fantastic. Right on it, right on line. Lovely bowl.
And we have Michael Rose watching from Warriallic in Victoria.
Okay, welcome aboard. She did, and I said to her, listen, because I was sitting behind the seat behind Caitlin, I said, get off the green, settle yourself down. And, yeah, of course it frightened me as well. I jumped off the seat when it happened. What a good try there. Oh, boy.
Great bowl.
Yes.
Great bowl. Just needed a little bit more grass there, and he would have pushed Peter out of the way there and shot the bowl, sat on the bowl for a shot. But that's bowls. Let's put the next one down.
Yes, he knows he's just got to try and arrive on these 2 bowls. Gets another counter and stops that little flick of the jack, and he's well down here. There you go.
Lovely bowl.
Look at that. Not much of a target either. Nice bowl there from Peter Leon.
Probably, does it rhyme with Roger?
With the Roger. Yeah, Chris is, as I said before, very steady bowler. Thinks about the game a lot, of course, and you don't get to the standard he's playing by not coming down to have a little look at this. G'day, Brian and Maureen. Brian's watching from Colac in Victoria. Hope everything's good down there. I know that's you've had a little problems with a lot of the things not opening up the way you wanted to, but please stick at it. We'll get back to this game that you love so much. Now, obviously just trying to, let's just see what sort of weight he's going to play here. Just trying to arrive on the shot bowl, because it doesn't take much. You only got to roll it over and it'll move like 2 foot comfortably. Geez, he's well pointed here. He is very, very well pointed here. Look at that bowl. What a good effort. It's just rolled over. Boy, that was a good try.
Oh, he would have hoped that that front bowl would have rolled sideways.
Oh, that's what he wanted.
Has it started to, but...
no, well, anyways...
Yeah. He's still got a bowl or so
he's
there to go.
He's made Punsey have a
go.
real good look about this. He's got to think about, what am I going to do here? Should I go behind? G'day, Evan. Watching from hospital. Oh, mate, I hope you're okay. Everything all right? Now, I think Punsey might just go behind here. Probably got the 2 shots. The jack goes along the line. If the bowl doesn't go with it, it could be a couple down. So let's just see what happens.
So we've just had a little bit of information from Peter there. And he will be home one day. Yeah, he's passing on his regards to his wife. And
right.
yes, he will be home one day.
Tell you what, he's trying the actual harder shot. He was trying to get to that little port. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that would have been very interesting, Brett, if he picked that up.
Tell you what. Anyway, it's gone to a very good home because it is the best backward now.
Yep. Yeah, if he would have come through that...
If he got the little port, yeah. But
yeah.
I don't know whether it might have just opened the head up to the point where Chris could have just hit it pretty much easier.
Yep.
He'll probably try this same shot again. It almost worked the first time. I tell you what, it was so close.
Oh, it was a great try. You know, as you're saying, he'd be... if he comes down again with the same weight, etc., and throws the same shot, well, he's in with a chance there.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Didn't need much more. Pine Rivers Pirates, there you go. There's that shirt people have been talking about. As I said, get onto their website. Oh, he's a little bit tight with this one.
He's shy, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, he put a little bit more weight on it, but he didn't get that that carpet line. Punsey's saying, I think I got 2. Just hang on a sec.
I think
we might have to give the marker some paddles as well. Just
yeah,
to let
I think
us,
so. You know, I'm not...
Oh, okay. Did he? What was the score then?
One.
One shot
One
was
shot.
only scored. Oh,
Yep.
I thought Punsey might have had 2 there. Looked a bit deceptive. So it was a very good bowl by Chris then. Almost got the shot.
Yeah.
Rolled the bowl. Only had to roll that bowl over. Good effort. Okay, here we go. Peter leading 5-2. First to 25. No time limit. The final of the state men's singles. He's a bit of a bat and twirler. He likes to... and this is what happens when he does it. Look at this.
Spot on.
Bang. Right on it. Yes, Kurt Brown was saying whenever he starts twirling that little stick of his around, you know he's got a good bowl. It's like him taking his cap off and sort of...
Yeah, I heard that outside earlier, actually, and I was a bit you know, I thought, and now you're confirming it. Well, it must be right. Must be right. So Chris is just a bit wide there.
That's all. Yeah, his weight's not bad at all.
Good weight.
He's got out there.
And we've got a question out there from Jeff Levitt. Can anyone tell us how Peter got his nickname?
The Punce of Leon. I think it's a term used in medieval times for a certain character.
Oh, really?
Yes. Of course, with the flair that the Puncey's got, it would have to be there.
Very good. Very good.
Anyway, that's my story. I'm going to stick to that one.
Well, I'm going to take that on board.
Now, Chris needs a close bowl.
He's got a better grass line than his first bowl. Starting to work very well.
Good idea, Karen.
And
nice bowl there. Look at this.
Just tuck it behind the jack there.
Very, very nice effort there. Yes, most clubs have an internet site that you can contact them, and you can, if you like their shirts, I know Broadbeach does, and just pay the freight and you can get one of their shirts, and most other clubs can do the same for you.
So Pete coming down with his third bowl now.
Yeah,
It's not a bad looking line.
He's a touch narrow. He doesn't actually want to roll that through the
No.
jack, but that's all right. Okay.
Philip Barclay is telling me it's from a Seinfeld episode.
Ah.
They
The Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, they go to see the movie but decide they don't want to see Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, it's the name of a movie that was
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Gee, we'll probably get 1,000 interpretations now. But
Well, no.
yeah.
He certainly does, Robin. He loves it. He's a character. Always has been. Got a lot of time for Pete. Tell you now. Good bowl here. Just needed to
Oh.
lock that bowl. Well, once he can come down there, he can lay under the second shot, roll it once and make 3.
That's a good remark there from Isina Martin. If it's a Pirates Pennant shirt, you may not be able to buy one.
It's possible, that's right,
Yeah.
exactly right. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't allow their, especially their Premier League shirts as well, but some clubs do. I
Yeah,
know that
yeah.
Broadbeach does. They don't mind selling there and advertising the club.
Well, it is advertising, isn't it?
It certainly
it's
is.
great advertising.
Anyway, now, once he's trying to come down, I feel he's just trying to get around his shot bowl and sit on the second shot, and he's close. Just going to turn under the head again. Very similar bowl. I'd nearly say exactly the same bowl. He's saying, geez, that swoop late. Can't believe it. There's got to be something going on here. Look at that.
Okay, Corey, thank you very much. You're saying it's a Pennant shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. So I watched Peter coming down with his stick there, and he sort of wriggled around a bit, like it might have been a bit of a woman or something trying to
And Karen's
guide
just
the
let
boat.
us know that the Broncos in the women's final are leading 12-0 over the Roosters.
So
There you go.
that's interesting.
It is.
Chris come down with his bowl now.
Yes,
He's
he'd love
got,
to just get onto the jack and just trail it through.
get under those front bowls there.
Oh, he
Will
doesn't
he get
want
a
to
rub
really-
off there?
Yeah, he's
No.
rocked that over. He
No.
might be 2 down. We'll see. Might be 2. It's close. 2 shots, Puncey's saying. Chris says, I'm not going to argue with her. What can I
No,
do?
fair enough. So Robbie Perella is saying that Peter's always been known as Ponce.
Oh, yes.
So would they be around the same age group? So probably played a lot of bowls together?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good chance. My oath. Where do you get those sticks? Well, I'm sure bowl shops have them. And once again, online, we've got bowls to you online. We've also got the Dandenong Bowl Shop, which will one of our sponsors that will deliver. Just to mention them,
Yeah.
Bowls to you, yes, of course. Our friends there at Chermside. Nice starter there from Punty. 7-2. First to 25. Michael saying another big storm just starting here in Toowoomba.
Oh, that's not good news. At least we're under the cover.
We are. We haven't got a problem now. Bowlers are safe.
Equipment safe.
Yes, that's the big one Robbie's worried about, the equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, there is still a bit of lightning about. So Chris a bit short with his first bowl. And Peter Leon on the mat with his second bowl.
Yes. Now, hang on, he's twirling the stick a bit here, which means he normally likes it when he twirls the stick. I'm starting to learn things here. There you go. Now, Kurt told me that one, and
Great
it's true.
bowl.
Look at that.
Well
the
done.
minute he starts twirling, expect a good bowl.
Don't say that too loud, someone will hide the stick.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. All right, so Chris needs to get a close bowl here. Needs to string together a couple of ends. There's no panic stations at the moment. Not badly pointed here. Oh, that's a good reply. Just needs to slide on by. Good bowl.
What a lovely bowl.
Yes, well played.
What a lovely bowl. Now
Nick, to answer the question, I might put that through to Pete, because do you need a medical certificate to use a stick? I don't think so.
No.
It's the
No.
bowling arm. What about that now?
No, the bowling arm you don't
You don't.
require.
You
a
used to or
certificate.
not?
Yes, you did. You have to
Yes.
have a medical certificate
Yes.
issued by doctors to
Mhm.
say that you could use the bowling arm. But
Yeah.
that's been cut out. It was cut out probably a good 12 months ago.
Right.
And anyone can purchase a bowling arm
Mm-hmm.
or a stick and use it to their ability.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, he mightn't like the result on this, because he's charlied his own bowl out the head, and Chris is holding one now.
Yep. So Chris will be trying to increase his
Yes.
shots here.
Yes, he'd just like to... It looks very gettable, doesn't it? He
Yeah.
needs to sort of sit right on it or trail it off the bowl just to cover it behind. Well pointed. He'll turn a lot late here. Watch this turn. Here it comes.
Lovely.
Look at this. He'd love to roll this bowl over once, and he got it over once too. Bit of a target there. We'll just see what happens. He's holding probably 2 shots. Can't do much more than that. Play a good bowl. Do your best.
And I glanced over my shoulder then to look out at the green, and where are they? They're behind
Of
us.
course they are. Yeah, we can't have a little side look and a sneaky little...
Yeah, just
Yeah.
cheat a little bit and look over the screen. Well, they're right behind us this time.
Yeah.
But
Might be a bit of a weighted shot coming up here. I mean, he can just arrive and draw the jacks through, because he's got plenty of catches there. He won't be short, let's put it that way. Here we go. Now, he doesn't like it, because he held the stick like a bat, and gave it a swing and said, look, I'm wide. I don't believe it. Well, now Chris has got a chance here to add to the count to make a 3. I'd suggest he's got 2 at the moment.
yeah, it looks that way, Brett.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
last bowl proved very effective.
Okay. One thing he doesn't want to be is narrow. Obviously.
Oh, his bowl's on the way. As you heard Brett say, he'll be trying to increase the count to 3 here.
Yes. This will swing late. Here it comes. Lock and flip. Well, he's turned 2 up into... And it fell back. There you go. 3 shots.
Great bowl.
Okay. 7-5. We've got the boys back in town. Nick and Kurt are going to join us and take over for an hour and do a bit of commentary. And they certainly know these guys very well.
So here we are. If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, at the 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championships, we are currently watching the men's singles, and this is the final. How are you, mate? Back
I'm
on
good.
board?
Yeah, good to be back.
Oh, very good. Very good.
God, what a final it's been so far, hey?
Oh, for sure. Gee, Chris and Peter probably, with all the hype and everything around, probably shouldn't have been in the position, but by gee, they've done a great job. They've played some fantastic games and well deserved to be in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple of big scalps for the boys.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, particularly Chris Rosanese, actually. He's come through with a few huge names. You got Ryan Burnett. There's a few on the list. He beat Bester, and he's just beaten Barry Lester. There's a few on there that he's knocked off. Full credit to them. They're playing well. To be, it's not by any mistake that you make a state singles final.
No, not at all. Both well deserved of the final they're in.
Yeah, I think the big one was the last round there. Punsey playing Aaron Sheriff. That was a big win for old Peter Leon.
Yeah, it certainly was, and this is going to prove a worthy final.
Yeah, it's a different game on the indoor too. It's the green can be a little bit tracky, and there are little things about the green that can change the direction of the bowl and all that sort of stuff. So it is a bit of a different game. When I play the indoor, I like to stick to the tactic of draw and drive. I don't like the in-between shot where you can play what you think's a good line for like a swinger or something like that, and your bowl can just do something different. It gets a bit frustrating sometimes, but
yeah, we did watch that the other day. We were on the rink just behind us here, and the bowls, when they got pretty close to the head, they'd either turn left or right sometimes and rip back across.
Well, that's right.
In front of the head, but that's wear and tear on the green.
Yeah, I've actually had a few roll-ups on this rink in particular, and right about where Punsey's front couple of bowls is there, it's actually like a little hole in the green, and sort of if you hit it, you can actually fall back the other way and sort of dip back towards where your bowl was going. And there's a couple of things about it, but in saying that, not every green's perfect. There's no green that's perfect.
I think they're going to start to do the maintenance on this particular green in this area.
But no, it's a fantastic facility that they've got. I mean, no other club could boast the fact that they could host a state final inside and out. There's not many other clubs that can do that.
Well, 24/7 you can play on it.
That's right.
It's a wet weather venue that caters for that.
That's right. I don't think Punsey's going to hold here. It's three pretty loose ones.
So a comment from Cheryl Hutchinson. What an amazing, gracious young man Chris is. Cheryl marked his game yesterday.
Couldn't agree more, Cheryl.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Couldn't agree more. He is such a kind young guy. He's wonderful.
Been very gracious throughout the bowls. Now, come on, Nick, you got to let me in on this. Josh Walker-Davis. Nick Cahill is the BT of bowls.
I've got no idea who you're talking about.
Good. I'm not sure either.
Joshy, he's a good fella. Hope you're doing well, mate.
So, Chris coming down with his last bowl.
Bit of a chance here.
Yeah, you get through that gap.
Needs to
How's his weight?
Stop right about now. It's a good shot.
Good bowl. Good bowl.
Great shot.
So Pete's got one bowl to come. He's probably pretty desperate to get a shot here. Chris certainly got that shot with that last bowl, and I'm not quite sure whether those two wing bowls are in the count there.
He sort of started off the same way in the last game, Chris. He was down about 7-1 or 8-1 to Barry Lester and fought his way back, and I think he was something similar here.
Yeah.
7-2 early on it might have been to Punsey. Needs a good one here. Hasn't played 3 good bowls with his first 3. It's in the area.
Just got to get past that front bowl.
He just needs a good result now, which I think he's going to get. Oh, what a shot.
What a beauty.
The old Tiger, what a shot.
The crowd's gone mad. No, you can't call him a pensioner. He's a senior gentleman out there having a go. And leading
Luke
by
Granger
example.
asking the question. Luke Granger asking the question. This is synthetic.
Alfie Poe, how are you? Yeah, Nick's here, mate. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Alfie. Hope everything's going well up at Kawana, mate.
A character of the bowling world, Alfie Poe.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
He's a great bloke. I always enjoy his company whenever we're bowling with or near him.
Yep. Both boys have sort of been playing this longer length to start off with.
And he just stayed up, so great catcher back there. Yeah, g'day, Ken Riddle. Yeah, Pete's having a good game, mate.
That's right, Johnny Walker. Shots like that from Punsey bring the crowds back.
And how so true? So
That's
Chris, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's the best saying I heard playing my time up at Kawana. Playing with Shuey and Kurt. Shuey would be playing third. We'd all be standing down there talking with Kurt about what shot he's about to play, and Shuey would say, well, you play this, mate. You're going to bring the crowds back.
Very good.
And he would too.
G'day, Joe. Yeah, how you going? Glad you can join us, mate.
Mr. Malta.
So Peter's nearly followed down his first shot there. You can just see it at the back of the bottom of the screen there. And Chris will be out to take a bit more grass and get the shot. Now I think he's taken a fair bit, but you know his bowls will turn. They'll turn very well. But guess what? I obviously just put the curse on him because they didn't turn at all. No, it's still all right there. How old is Chris? Look, I can't tell you that. I'm not sure about that. Vivian? I'm sure someone out there in the electronic world will be.
Somebody might be able to.
We'll post it on Facebook and we'll find out.
Great shot from Punce.
Great bowl. We think he may be around the 25, 26. No? Okay, we're having an educated guess here. Yeah, I'm sure someone will come on and share the comment or share his age. So.
Well, that's a great guess there from Ron Lewis. Not as old as Peter. That's a great guess.
I'm just worried about which Peter Ron means.
There you go. Gus Templeton's told us 30.
Yeah, Tanya Marie and Troy Somerville come back with 30.
There you go.
So
he's doing well for 30.
Jocelyn Gonzalez, Rosannes, 30. Thank you,
Jason
Jocelyn.
Carpenter, that's close enough. Oh, Chippy.
Oh, thanks very much, Ron. Both, is it?
Yeah.
Good on you, Ronnie. So, Peter Leon on the mat, leading Chris Rosannes. Peter 8, Chris 5. And this is the final of the men's singles 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championships.
Now, my predicting went okay in the last round. Has there been any predictions on what we think's going to happen
No,
here?
not yet, but you're open to put your prediction in.
Oh, I'm not going to say who to. It's too soon to say that. I'm going to say... I'm going to go 25-16 as the final scoreline.
Okay, we should put a note down somewhere there.
25-16, that's my final guess. Couldn't tell you who to. Yeah, that is true, Ron. It would be interesting to know how long Chris has been playing. By the looks of things, with his ability, you would think it'd be a while. Yeah, it looks as though he's going solid here on the backhand. He is. He's looking for Punsy's bowl. Is he going to get down?
He's got to get around under.
He doesn't want his own now.
No. Gee, they must be listening to you out there, Nick. Look, we've got another one, David Bowles.
Yeah, 25-15.
Yeah.
Sam Dukes, Aaron Sheriff was defeated in the last game by Punsey, who's measuring right now. I think it was 25-16 from memory. It was 25-16.
So 2 shots there.
There you go. Justin Bartlett saying Chris started when he was 10 at Cobar RSL.
Oh, how's it?
There you go.
How good's that?
20 years in the sport.
Yeah, Troy just come back and said that Chris played New South Wales Juniors and under 25 side.
There you go.
So the score, as you can see up on the right-hand side of the screen, Peter Leon 10, Chris Rosannes 5. Another bit of thunder just above us. But that's the beauty of the indoor arena. A bit of rain won't stop the bowls. And Pete's just a bit shy of the...
See, as you see there, Punce's bowls sort of wriggled off the line and tried to come back. It's just that little hole up about 2.5 metres, 3 metres in front of the tee.
No, Esther.
No, honestly, it'd be hard to pick a winner, Esther.
Nick's picked the score, but I think that's good enough so far.
I'll let you know when one of them gets to, because I said 25-16, I'll let you know when one of them gets to 17 who it's going to be.
So Peter holds the shot there over Chris.
Doesn't have to change here. Chris's bowl's only just short. I think with the two players as well, the bowls that they're using, they're both going to get similar turn. Punce is using the Taylor GTR and Chris is using the Aero Optima. So they're both going to get sort of the same turn. See if this hits any of the holes. There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep. Straightened it right up.
And that's where, you know, playing those sort of soft weight swinging shots, you know, if you're coming down on a good line there, just say the jack was back on the tee and you're sort of around that area where Punce's bowl is, your bowl could hit it and deflect the other direction, you know. It's stuff like that that can really cost you games in a way.
Yeah, well, the other day when we were filming inside, that was very apparent on some of those bowls.
Yeah, and that's why it's really a draw or drive game when you're playing on these indoor greens.
Yeah, those shots that were lost because of that divot, if you like, were crucial shots too.
Oh, don't fall over, Puncey. He's on the run here. Must like it. Oh, what a good shot this is. He turns that. Just slip round. That's pretty good.
Not a bad spot there.
It's well done. Of course, he'd stand in the way too.
It's all right, mate. Everyone gets a little bit excited, and you know that's understandable. Probably a bit harder in the fours where you've got a few people out there, and the rinks in some cases are just not that wide. But you know, just about everyone's very, very appreciative of where the cameras are.
No, that's right. He doesn't get many TV games, Puncey. No one wants to see him on the TV. So it looks as though Puncey's still got one here. He's really just got to try and play the same shot he just did, turn his own, He does need a friend because Chris could have 2 or 3 seconds here, actually. And having played Chris a few weeks ago on an indoor green like this, I know that he'd probably stick to that same idea of drawing and driving like we saw on the last end.
Yeah, good afternoon, Michael Kinnear. Yeah, mate, they both are very good bowlers. It'll be a great game. So Peter Leon on the mat. Peter got his bowl away. And he'll be hoping to get through that little gap there if he can. And pick the jack up, or looks like he might even slide across. Yes, he has. Unlucky,
he slid. Turned his own out for 1 down or 2 down.
Come sliced the jack, but just come behind and out to the left there. Yeah, Paul Donnelly. Yeah, Peter is a very fit man for his age, and he's a great example to everyone out there that age shall not curtail you. You can get out there and do anything. It's just a matter of putting your mind to it. And we've got Chris with his last bowl. He'll be hoping to turn this in for another shot. And picking that gap there.
Needs to hang on now and just roll that front one, which he has. He nearly stayed around for 2.
Yeah.
It's a good shot. Great weight.
So it looks like they're going to measure here. Chris has got 1 so far, but he wants to measure for the second shot.
Could even be 2 or 3 here. 2, I think.
2 shots, yep.
Third one wasn't far out.
No. No, it certainly wasn't. So 2 shots to Chris Rosannes then. Jules Johnson, that's correct. Age is just a number. You can be 80 years young and 10 years old, so what's the difference? So Chris has rolled this probably a metre from the tee. The mat's up off the tee at the other end there. So his first bowl on its way. And he's just curling around the back there, not a bad looking line.
It's a wonderful nickname there, Jesse Turnbull. Yumcha.
So Peter Leon with his first bowl of this end. Peter elected to go to the opposite hand.
Yeah, look at that, just
Chris.
hanging out there for him.
And it's just staying there. So Chris with his second bowl. No, I don't think we have a senior state singles, no.
No, we don't. A few of the other states have seniors, senior championships, but no, we don't have that in here in Queensland. Good shot here from Chris, good adjustment.
Good bowl. Good bowl there from Chris Rosannes. And Peter Leon on the mat. And if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, at the 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championships, men's singles, and this is the final. And
is he going to get down in time? I don't think so. It's an almighty effort.
So we've got another guest commentator coming in here, so I'll see you later, mate, and
No
enjoy your
problems.
time.
Another good shot here from Chris Rosanese. And he's played that well. Just had the great man, Queensland skipper Kurt Brown, step in.
There you
How
go,
are you,
mate.
Kurt? Good, mate. Good. It's a wonderful game.
Yeah, this is probably the first sort of loose end I've seen from Punts.
Yeah.
Been outside watching. He's been going all right, the old Tiger. I was listening to your tips in the car. What's your tip for this one?
I've just written it down. We've just written it down. 25-16. I'm not saying who to,
Not
though.
saying who, all right.
It's whoever gets to 17 first.
Fair enough.
Still probably 2 here to Chris.
Yeah, Chris isn't a guy I've seen it play a lot. Heard really good reports. Yeah, he's got a good singles record. Well, you played him in the
Yeah.
zone.
Oh, he knows how to play the game of singles. That's for
And
sure.
He's won the Pine River singles, I think, the last 2 years, which isn't easy to do.
That's a good effort there too. Punsi will probably back himself to draw this again. It's 2 or 3 down. You reckon he'll switch?
I don't know. He probably doesn't need to, does he?
No.
That's 2 feet on his last. Roll it up to second shot. Thanks for that, Clinton. Well, any team where the old Punce is at the helm, we know is going to be a great side.
Kurt will be a fantastic lead for him. What a shot here from Punce. Probably just needs to fall for shot.
That was a good bowl.
We miss you too, Mel.
G'day, Mel. How you going? And Lynn. G'day, Lynn. Max. Yeah, that's right, Clinton. We all know that. Doesn't matter where Punce is playing, even if he's the water boy, he still skips the side.
Yeah, did he get the shot here? Pretty close. He's just left the tape sitting there.
Chris is going, what are you doing, mate? Just
Oh,
put the
he's
jack
a
up and roll it.
So 11-7 now to Puncy.
G'day, Alf and Gloria. I'll be back tomorrow, mate. You can drop down to the club and see me. I'm coming up tonight.
Stevie Mack joining in.
It's an interesting matchup, this final, isn't it? I mean, you look way back at the draw at the start, all the great players we've got, and these are certainly two I probably wouldn't have picked to be here. Like I said, I don't know much about Chris, but he's taken some big scalps. Like I watched him
Played Ryan Bester yesterday.
played Ryan Bester. He got out of jail against Joel Anderson yesterday morning.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he was 8-0 down in that game, and
he-
Joel's been in good form, you know.
Yeah, then he played Wade,
Played Wade Mutzelberg.
Ryan Burnett this morning, and then Barry.
Yeah.
Geez, what a run to the final that is. So we see a good shot from Punce. We're just saying as well before, talking about, particularly on this rink, some of the little tracks and holds that are sort of halfway up the line there. When you sort of play your game on the indoor, on the carpet greens coming from Pine Rivers, do you sort of stick to the tactic of draw and drive, or?
Yeah, nothing in between.
Yeah.
You know, unless you've got a really good surface like Tweed Heads, you can sort of get away with playing the 2 feet, you know. The old Pine Rivers green, I don't know about the new one. It was just like a suicide mission if you tried to play anything but a draw or a drive, you know.
Yep.
Haven't played on this carpet much. I don't really know how it runs. That's good shooting there from Punce.
Yeah, 2 good shots.
Yeah, Timbo, your room's all good, mate. And g'day, John. Yeah, looking forward to coming up to Pialba in a couple of weeks. Always an enjoyable tournament.
It is. It's a very well-run tournament.
And Chris will be pretty disappointed with those 2 bowls. So, Noel Punce, look at him.
Oh, he's putting on a bit of a clinic now.
I mean, just for Punce to make the final, you know, it's a great effort. 72-year-old. I think 06 he won the state singles, so we're 14 years later. 72 years old, and here he is in the big dance again and beating Aaron Sheriff in the semi-final. I mean, it's a huge effort, isn't it, for him to be here?
He's just one of those players. He doesn't expect it. You know, a lot of people out there sort of, you know, they work hard enough that that's what they want to get to. You know, they want to get to the final. Whereas Puncey just trots along doing his own thing. You know.
Maybe we should all take a leaf out of Puncey's book.
Everyone take a leaf out of Puncey's. That's right.
I was saying before the game, I was just sitting outside watching him, and I said to someone, can you imagine how many games of bowls Peter Leon would have played in his life?
Wouldn't be in the 4 figures.
He'll be calling out all his experience here to try to win this title.
Yep.
Yeah, Alan Joel's back playing bowls. He's playing with us at Club Kiwana on the Sunshine Coast, and as you probably know, he's been a big asset to us. He's a great bowler and a good bloke. We're very happy to have him back playing bowls, and he's loving being back playing too.
He is, and going as good as ever.
He is. He's playing the best bowls I reckon I've ever seen him play at the moment. So Chris needs a big shot here. It could be, is it 4?
Yeah, it certainly looks like his Puncey's 3rd and 4th one aren't too far from each other, and his 3rd one definitely looks like it's in.
So stay there and just trying to find it with his 4th one.
Anything inside 2 feet here helps. It's a very structured player the way he goes about his game, Chris. He sort of takes his time on the mat and knows what he wants to play. However, he's run right through. So very loose end there from Chris Rosanese, and he could be staring down the barrel at 4 down here.
It is. 4 shots to Peter Leon.
Well, that's big now. Gap of 8 shots.
He's certainly one of our one of the legends of Queensland bowls, Peter Leon, and probably one of the biggest characters going around. There wouldn't be very many people who don't know Peter Leon.
That's right. You say the name Puds anywhere and they know who you're talking about.
That's right. He's a bit of a legend.
I've had the privilege of playing with him a couple of times and just recently as well. He's very fun to play with. Wonderful guy.
And you go away with him and you get him on the blacks, mate. He has a couple of schooners of black and there's no stopping him. He tells you all the stories of bowls over the years, and
he does.
He's a fascinating man.
No, he is. He's got a big heart. He's wonderful. Oh, Al, it's getting close to that time of prediction for the actual winner. I said it was whoever gets to 17 first.
Yeah, John, you're right. I'm pretty sure it was... I can't remember if it was 2007 or 18, but yeah, Punts did win the over 60s, Australian Open pairs. I believe he played probably our greatest legend of all time, Rob Perella, I think, in the final of that one at Broadbeach Bowls Club. And apologies to Punce's partner in that event. It's just escaped me who he played with.
I can't think of it either. Another loose end here from the boys.
This one looks pretty good. Great
Got
ball
the
there
jack
from Peter.
It's a pretty good shot.
Well, there you go. If I forget anything, as usual, Clinton Bailey jumps on and tries to help. But, yeah, I realise he was from Victoria. I just can't think of his name.
Ian Warner is his name.
Ian Warner. There you go. Thanks, Nick. So Ian Warner and Peter Leon did win it in
2017. They won it the same year as Di Cunnington and Gail Crompton
Oh, there
from
you go.
Tweedheads.
So we all know singles is a tough game, Nick. You know, it's mentally a tough game, and you know, you're Chris here, you're 15-7 behind, you've played a shocking end to drop a 4. Your first 3 bowls are, you would say, you know, shocking again, really. Like,
Yeah.
how do you bring yourself out of it now? Like, what's he got to do to bring himself back into this game?
It all comes back to that mental game, Kurt. You know, you've had a struggle street of an end last end, and now Punty's played another good one here. I mean, it's not much of a target, so you've really just got to step on the mat here and back yourself. You've got to, you know, back your ability. You know, obviously these two, they've gotten to this stage, you know, by no default. You know, they can obviously play the game, so there's absolutely no doubt that Chris could get on the mat and draw a front toucher here. No, but then you've also got to think about, well, it's not working at the moment, what I'm doing, so I've got to change something. You know, so
Yeah, we're going the other direction. The previous end, he played 3 narrow bowls, and as you can see now, he's crossed the head again 3 times on this same hand, coming back in the other direction.
so maybe that's a suggestion to you to change hands.
I think this is number 4 going across the head here too. And Punce, I think, is playing 4-hand around the clock.
He is. And I mean, really, that is a nasty 2 to drop there.
Yeah.
Not a bowl within a metre. Well, there you go. Punty's gotten a 17, so that's who I'm going to stick with.
25-16 to Puncy.
25-16 to Punts. Yeah, maybe it's, he's obviously played a couple of ordinary draw shots on the last two ends. Maybe that's a sign where you sort of say, well, do I need to attack more than what I usually do? Maybe do I try and change the way I'm playing the game and do something a bit different, see if it works. Maybe Punty sticks one next to it, try and run the jack in the ditch, or try and change the layout of the head in a way.
Yeah, he's got to try something.
Yeah. But there's plenty you can do. There's plenty you can do to change the way the game's going. And even if it means he chases every third bowl from now, just to sort of take his time, slow the game down a bit, have a bit of a look at the head. Does it mean he goes to the head every fourth bowl to have a look before he plays it? And there's plenty you can do. There's always something you can change. But still, he's sticking on that same hand. Bales, I reckon the only reason Puncy's going ditch to ditch is because he's played too much with the guy sitting next to me.
Yeah. Oh, Puncy was the one who taught me how to play ditch to ditch. Anytime you're in trouble, ditch to ditch. He's certainly an old master. And so you're playing against somebody like Peter Leon, I don't know much about Chris, but, this is a big game for Chris. First time in a Queensland State Singles final. He's new to Queensland. He's only been here a couple of years. It's a big occasion, and then you're playing against somebody who he doesn't get phased. He's too experienced. It's going to be very hard for Chris to turn this one around.
Yeah, it will be. 17-7, Punty's only just about to try and fire up a bit. He knows he's getting close.
I was just saying outside there, I was talking to a couple of the boys, and I've been playing with punts for about 8 years now.
Yep.
And over the 8 years, I've seen a lot of things change. I've seen the knee brace come out, the hair fall off, the stick come out, and his body's changed into an old man. But I tell you, he hasn't lost the ability to play bowls.
No, he can still bloody well play.
Even though he annoys me, I still come back for more.
He's got, I must say, he's one of the players that's got one of the best weight controls I've seen. He has got such good weight control. Just took off on him, but again, good weight. Need to go and get a bit more water in that cloth of his.
Yep.
The old damp cloth. And this is big. Chris needs another one in there if he can draw a shot here and put a bit of pressure back on Punts. It's not going to.
I really think Chris he's really got to change sides of the green. I think he's just not found it out there. But there must be a reason the boys are playing the forehand going this direction back to the club.
Yeah. Well, there was an end before, just before you stepped in, where up around where Punts' front bowl is there's, like I was saying before, there is like a hole in the green there, and his bowl sort of dipped in and out and fell back the other way, and Puntsy sort of made a point with it with his hands. He did a bit of hand signalling and stuff, so maybe that's on their mind as well.
Yeah, you're right, Clinton. I think Puntsy's probably forgotten more in his time than we'll ever learn when it comes to bowls. Thinks of himself as the sort of character that knows how to play a few mind games to win a game of bowls, but
Chris isn't too far off here. I thought he was going to bend a little bit more than what he actually has. Doesn't want to tip that in, though.
Well, he's stopped that little run of Peters here, so
yes,
we'll see what his tactic is with the length.
Well, that's right. That's all he needed to do was win an end, and then he can finally change the length. And change the way. Yeah, see, he's coming all the way up here. And he would have had a few of these ends against Barry in the last one. Playing minimum ends.
Well, speaking of legends, looks like we got Desi Duller joining us. G'day, Desi. Ex-Australian representative from Musgrave Hill Bowls Club. One of the greatest gentlemen of lawn bowls that you will ever meet, Des Duller. Hope you're going well, mate, and say g'day to Ellen.
Yeah, so that's a good start there from Chris.
Perfect start now. Just needs to back this one up.
That's right. Puntsy's just going to run out of steam here, I think.
There's a good camera angle there.
Yeah, it's a great shot, isn't it?
Chris delivering his bowl. It's pretty fluent, not a lot of effort. Comes with playing on carpet and a delivery like that.
That's right. Punty's too, just very simple the way he goes about it. Just a small little backswing and little push of the bowl.
Not much can go wrong. It's pretty compact and everything moves forward. Head stays still.
Yep.
They'll probably get up me later that I didn't tell him this angle was on, as he might have sucked his gut in a little bit for us.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Punty.
Yeah, good bowl, Punty.
Goes for his little marathon walk there. Big shot here from Chris if he can convert this. Needs to run and hang on a lot.
This is not really putting any pressure on Punts, is he?
No, Punty's just sort of going about his business at the moment, drawing shots like he always does. So
he hasn't really been under pressure or
No.
forced to do anything.
And that's the key to singles. You've got to put your opponent under pressure. You know, if you can nail that first bowl, which he sort of did in a way on this end. You know, he had a good first one there and just sort of slacked off with his next two. It's a chance here for Punts to put his own lot of pressure back on. Oh, look at that hanging out.
Well, Chris is 3 seconds. Might be time to change things up a bit, Nick.
And that's right. This is what we were
be-
saying before. You know, it's not what you would usually play here on most greens, but it could be something that he invests in the game to try and change this around a little bit.
Let a bit of frustration go.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he is though.
Nope, so they're going to try and draw the shot.
It's got a better line here.
Oh, this has played it a bit too quick, I think.
Oh, he's only just hung out a shot there. It's a good effort. It's unfortunate that this is the last game of the state championships for 2020 because we've really enjoyed the last 2 weeks on the Gold Coast.
I'm sure the media team here are probably thankful it's the last
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
We do have tomorrow off, and then we've got 4 days in a row for term side.
There you go. They've got 1 day off tomorrow and then another 4 after that in a row at the multi-disability state championships
At Chermside Bowls Club.
at Chermside. So you see there, maybe it was a good opportunity for Chris to attack that because if he had have got the bowl off clean, Punty would have only drawn third or fourth shot there.
Well, he had a lot of options, didn't he? He could have got the jack and Punce's bowl
That's
on the
right.
way through. Might have just been enough, just to not only, give himself a bit of confidence, but to throw Punce off a little bit too, because,
Yes.
Punce is playing these ends and he's assuming now that Chris isn't going to play weight, and I mean,
Yeah.
if ever he was going to play it, it was then.
Yep.
Just makes Punce second, even if he miss, it makes Punce think about it and go, okay, he doesn't
right.
mind having a go. I've got to sort of look at this and...
Sticking to his forehand here.
Yeah, Jules, this is a pretty random question. I guess the only people that really do hang around for a presentation are normally people that are getting something.
I will say it's not the turnout I expected for a state men's singles final.
I just had old Puncey jump into the commentary box here. Ask me if I'm behaving myself. Knows me too well. Yeah, I think Nick, the numbers are down, but, the weather's been pretty ordinary. Even myself,
It has.
I live in Surfers and, I was sort of 50-50 on whether I'd come up and watch, because
Yeah.
I'm looking at the weather and I'm going, I don't really want to sit out in the rain and watch.
But the moment you found out old Puncey was in the final, that made your mind up for
I
you?
was in the car within 30 seconds. Come up and cheer me old mate on.
Looks a fraction tight again here. I think it was sort of fitting that this game moved on to the indoor as well. Both players being very good indoor carpet players. Chris residing at Pine Rivers. Puncey originally from Pine Rivers. Playing a fair bit there and a couple of other places with the carpet, like an Ogre.
You just noticed too in the background there, Chris's bowl was coming down the green and Punce wasn't watching it, and we all say that's not normal practice. You should always watch every bowl go down so you can get lines and such. But Punce said to me after the second of the trial end, he said, I cannot watch Chris's bowl go down the green.
He said the same thing to me too.
So he said, every time he bowls, I'm going to turn my back.
Yep.
It's just the flicker of the colours there.
And he's just turning under again here. I must say though, I don't mind the colour.
Yeah, no, they're all right.
I do like the three coloured trifecta bowls. Needs a good one here. He's probably got one or two at the moment, but they're not anywhere near it, so he does need one right on top of this. Put a bit of pressure back on Punce. By the looks of that, he's a bit tight. Not up.
Every single bowl under the head.
I can't feel it in here, but there must be a tornado or something ripping through the side there, pushing the bowls.
I'm just wondering if they actually throw the bowl out here on a wide line, will it actually get back to the centre
Yeah,
line?
well, that's right.
We haven't really seen them throw it
No.
out, have we? So,
This one's sort of out there.
yeah, well, this one will test it. If his weight's good, we'll see whether it'll get back, but it looks short to me.
You can sort of see it was on the arc to come back there. David Baker, the old sausage.
Yeah, Puncey, the old sauce. Yes, Alan, I'll be at Pyalba in November, so I'll catch up with you then. wouldn't miss it. And I'll be bringing old Punsey with me too. He's coming up with me again this year, so... And I'm bringing Joel up as well, mate, so you'll be able to catch up with all of us. It's got to navigate that front one now.
Oh, he's middled it. Probably 1 or 2 here to Chris. 2 it is. So 18-10 now to Punsey. Well, I'm going to head off for the afternoon. It's been wonderful having a chat with you, Kurt.
No worries, mate.
And yeah, I still think it's going to be that 25-16 to
All
points.
right.
That's still my guess.
I'll keep an eye on that one for you.
I'll hand back over to Peter now. Thanks, everyone. See you guys.
Yeah, Brian, always, mate. Me and Punsey and Joel Anderson and Keith Wally heading to Pyalba this year. We've been up the last couple of years.
G'day, Kurt. How are you, mate?
Very well. How you going?
Yeah, very good.
Welcome back.
Very good, thank you.
Sorry I took your spot before.
No, you're fine. I appreciate it. I think it's wonderful to have professionals like yourself in there, and you guys play the shots and you know how to call them, and we're very grateful.
Well, I came here and wanted to watch Punts play, and I just said to the guys about coming in and commentating, because this is the best seat in the house, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. You've got the best of the best. You can watch it. You got no interference. You got no noise. It's fantastic. It's I first sort of started this, I was a bit tentative, and but I thought, gee, why are you nervous and tentative when you got the best position in the house?
Exactly. Everybody always says, "Oh, commentating's so nerve-wracking," and all it is you just make stuff up. You just wing it, pretend to sound like you know what you're talking about.
Well, lots of times it's just confidence in yourself too. There's a great bowl there by Chris.
That's the first. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
that's
you're right.
The first time in about the last probably 6 or 7 ends that we've actually seen somebody nail the jack on that hand. And Nicky and I were discussing as to why they were still sticking on this side of the rink.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the wind and that, but there's not a lot of wind out there. There's not a lot coming across there, so that shouldn't be playing up against the bias of the bowls there. But yeah, as I was saying before, just to get up and have a chat and that, it's more confidence than anything. And if you can get out there and spruce things up with a couple of little stories or words, it really enhances it. But it's just confidence. And as I said, it's great to have you guys on board, because you play these shots, you play the hard hands, and it's great that you can just straight away, it just flows out. And we sometimes I stumble a bit and think, oh, have I called it right or wrong? But once again, as I said, that confidence is great to be able to show your skills.
Well, I give myself a fair bit of commentary when I'm playing singles anyway, mate, so I'm used to it.
You're not talking to the hairs on the palm of your hand,
yeah,
or anything?
Exactly, yeah.
Very good. So Chris is holding the shot there, and Peter will be definitely aiming to get him off the shot to become the master there with the shot bowl.
I'll just say hello there to my good mate, Daniel Stanton Cook from Bundaberg. I'm not sure if it's Daniel or Heidi that's saying hello, but g'day. See you on the old Trickster app soon, mate, for a game of hearts. I'll teach you how to play a bit if you want.
I'll try and pronounce it. Stephen Skrozinski. I hope they've got that right.
That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, good afternoon, and hope you're enjoying this.
But you are right, Stephen. Chris has really got it. All he's got to do is just slow down and just get that first bowl close. As we all know, it's the art of singles. is that first bowl.
G'day, Jim Riddle. Yeah, mate, I seen your comment and appreciate your comment on the condition of the carpet there. Well taken. So Chris has got a well-pointed bowl there. Has he got enough weight? No, he'd love to just a bit more weight on that to pop in there for second shot. It's made Peter Leon have a little bit of think about that, though.
Well, he's deciding, I guess, whether to play the same shot, just a full draw up there on the backhand, crack the egg, or just come back to the forehand where he has played all of his bowls pretty much in this direction and just draw the shot. I mean, one down for punts here is fine. The risk is you play the backhand, full draw, you're tight, you hit them up, you drop two. But he's going the safe option. He's going to try and draw the shot here on the forehand. Full draw, little trails, hit the bowl.
That's what I said, mate. You guys have got all the shots.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, we can talk about it.
So a one shot there for Chris. Let's see if he's got any more there. No, just the one shot. Okay, good morning from Bradley Van Buge from Cape Town in South Africa. Great to have you aboard. Great to see that you're enjoying the telecast from Paradise Point, Gold Coast, Queensland. And if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championships. We're currently playing the men's single, which is the final between Peter Leon, 18, and Chris Rosannes, 11. And we're very, very privileged to have Kurt Brown sitting here and giving us expert commentary.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's fantastic, mate. It's just, as you said, it's the best seat in the house.
Yep. And for those who don't know, these two gentlemen on your screen playing this final overcome some very tough opposition in the semi-final with Chris defeating Barry Lester from Burleigh Heads Bowls Club 25-15 and Peter Leon defeating Aaron Sheriff from Helensvale 25-16. So, there's two Jackaroo squad members there.
My word.
Aaron Sheriff and Barry Lester, and the two on your screen here got the job done against them on the outdoor green here at Paradise Point today in the semi-final. Unfortunately, we had to move to the indoor because the weather did take a turn for the worse here. Just as I walked in, actually, the big clap of lightning and thunder. And
oh, that's right. You're just at the stairs there.
I literally just got to the top of the stairs.
It frightened the daylights out of me.
Yeah.
So Chris with his first shot, just slightly behind the jack. Peter Leon not far away from that shot, so Chris is up with his second shot now. Yeah, that was a hell of a bang, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was enough to make me want to go home.
Yeah.
I'll say g'day there to Eddie and Judy. Rick from Cairns. Just give me a call, mate, if you want one of those shirts. I got your message.
So Chris's second shot, just a bit shy of his weight. A little bit more weight there. He would have sat the jack, probably for the second shot.
Well, Chris, see, the last couple of ends has got that first bowl near the kitty, and
Yeah.
that's what he needed. Just needed to... But, like, it's a big game, isn't it? It's all easy for us to sit here and say it, but
Well, that's exactly
we're not
right.
out there playing for a state singles title.
No, there's no pressure here. And that's the thing that you've got to appreciate. They are under pressure. They have got a big task in front of them, and things like nerves can come into it. There's a hell of a lot of outside influences that come in. Luckily, being inside, we haven't got the influence from the wind today. As we said before, there's no wind coming through the side there. Might be just a couple of divots, etc., probably in the carpet. I think Jim Riddell had a comment before that there's a bad run on the floor on the side that was causing the trouble. But I believe that this carpet is going to come up and be replaced in the near future. So Chris is still a bit shy, but a counter just fell back.
Little back flop there.
Yeah.
That's It's the first bowl he's put down on that hand going this direction, and after that one, maybe you should think about sticking on it.
Yeah.
And we'll just... Punt's throwing his arm up there. We just touched on this a little bit earlier, Nicky and I. You know, that sort of weight on any carpet surface is so hard to play. You know, carpet, it sort of takes that shot out. You're either a draw or you're driving, you know. Anything in between, because you think the bowl's going to, you know, when you draw and you take your grass and it comes in, you expect it to do the same with a running shot, you know. And we just seen then Punt's let it go and he sort of liked it, and then he threw his arm out as if to say, you know, why is it not turning? Well, find a carpet green that does turn,
exactly,
you know, with that weight. They're all pretty similar.
Yeah, they are. You know, you can play down here some days and you can watch the first couple of ends and quite a few of the bowls are in the ditch, and yet you come and play the next day and it's a different carpet. But I can remember back there with the arm bowlers that one of the states advised them to go up a size in your bowl for your arm, and I think the first game that the arm bowl or the Queensland side played was on an indoor rink, and the majority of the bowls were in the ditch.
Yeah.
You know, so everyone obviously reverted back to the smaller bowl. So Peter Leon with his last bowl of this end.
I don't know whether he's sent it, has he? It's still coming.
Oh, it's still there.
No, there she goes, under the head. You might get one of those back flops. No.
No, it didn't happen.
So another 2 there to Chris, so 18-13. 17-7 not too long ago.
That's right. It's, you know, you never say never when you've got people of this skill in the bowls arena, and we've seen that this morning with Chloe and Caitlin. I think there at one stage Chloe was down 15-1.
Yes.
And then built back a bit of confidence with a couple of shots and then fought back, and as a result Caitlin won, but it was a very, very hard fought final in those last 4 or 5 shots.
Obviously Clinton played on rink 2 the other day in the singles. Oh, sorry. Obviously Clinton won when he played on rink 2 in the singles here the other day. Says it's a beautiful rink. Must have mean you're a winner, mate. It's generally how it goes, isn't it?
Oh, I think so.
It's never the bowler's fault, always the green.
Right, right. So Chris is well down here. Bowl's just starting to work for him. And probably about jack high there. Maybe a metre out from the jack.
Hello, Denise. Thanks for joining us. I miss all you guys down at Tweed too.
So Peter Leon with his first bowl. Got it away nicely. And he's just going to be a bit shy of his weight there, I think. Yeah.
So see, Punce has changed his hand now. The last end coming this way, you know, Chris had that close bowl, and Punce sort of got stuck out in the forehand a little bit, and whether that's played with his mind a little bit, he's decided to change hands. Interesting, because when I play with him, he's always, never change your hand. If you win in a game, never change your hand.
So he's underwriting his own methodology, is he?
Oh, well.
But you've got to try, haven't you? Yeah.
Anyone who knows Punce knows that's no surprise. But we do love him. We do love him.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great to see him out there bowling. He's setting the standard for the elder population, and how good is it that he can get out there and bowl? And I think that's wonderful. The other week, I think we were live streaming the champions. It was a pairs game. Yeah, I think it was at Musgrave, and we had 2 gentlemen from Coolangatta, and when you added their ages together, they're 175. One was in his 90s and one was in his 80s. Now that's fantastic.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. Yes, and they did. They got to the semi-final of the Champion of Champions pairs. So if he can get in that, it's just going to be shy of that gap, but where's it
three
going to end up?
shots.
Yeah, still taking a shot out there, so...
Millsy Mills, what's the crowd like there? Not really sure, mate. I'm in the box. This is your club, isn't it, mate? Should be down here having a beer and checking the talent out. We'll see Punts. He's got the stick up. That normally means he's pretty good when the old stick goes in the air. And he's pretty much right too. What a great shot there from Peter Leon.
Great bowl. Ronnie Lewis, yeah, we've been asked a question earlier, who is the oldest player to win the state singles, and I'm not an expert on any of that, so I don't really know. Maybe someone here can give us a rundown on that, if they wouldn't mind, or someone out there in the electronic world.
I mean, how far does it go back, the state singles? Back to the 50s, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's,
no, I honestly don't know, Ronnie, but we'll try and find out for you.
It's a big opportunity here for Chris, if he can... Millsy's up at early there. Took the crowd with him by the look of it. It's all good, mate. That's what the live streaming's for. Sit at home in your comfortable recliners and on this ordinary day and watch the bowls.
Oh, gee whiz. He had a great track there, but he's just cut across the head there. And he would have had to... He probably only needed draw weight there, because if he'd kicked that jack out, it probably would have come back here to Peter's bowls and he would have picked up a couple of shots. Neville Hook's come back to you, Kurt, and said it'll be Kurt Brown when he's 95.
Jeez. I'd hope to be still playing bowls when I'm 95, Neville.
Wouldn't it be generous, eh?
Yeah. I would have played nearly as many games as Peter Leon's played, I reckon, in his life by then.
So Peter with his fourth bowl of this end.
See if he can repeat. No, look, he's
It's
out
a bit
there.
wide, mate.
It just sticks out there. You watch it now. It'll
Yep.
it'll stick. But he is quick. He is quick.
So,
But it stops that little run of Chris's there. Peter drawing that shot.
yep.
And now I'm sure we'll see ditch to ditch. If I know Punts like I know him.
There's a good starter.
Yeah.
Matt behind the tee.
I reckon I've played 1,000 games with this man, so doesn't surprise me. The old ditch to ditch.
Just can't quite pick it up at this angle at this stage. I'm sure we'll flick across to the other end of the green. It's nice to follow the bowl down from this angle too.
So I've just had a quick look back at the previous winners of the state championship men's singles. When do you reckon the first state championship men's singles was contested?
1955.
1904.
Close.
So it's 116 years ago.
Gee whiz, isn't that a great piece of history then?
So I'm not even sure we could have kept records for 116 years.
There'll be some old boys and that, because young boys never used to play back in the 40s and 50s.
And that's right, yeah. It was probably an older gentleman's sport back in those days, so I'd probably say if you go back that far, you'll probably find the oldest man who ever won a state singles. 1904, that's unbelievable. W.H. Stevenson.
There you go.
I remember that year very well.
Robbie's just saying he remembers 1904 very well.
We had a rough winter that year.
And you had a rough winter. Well, gee whiz. And a well from Ron Lewis. Yeah, I reckon, mate. That's a lot of bowls over a lot of years, isn't it?
But you can jump on the Bowls Queensland site, Bowls Queensland .org, and they have all these archives of previous winners. And you go back and you look at the history of some of these players, you know, that have won this event over the years. Rob Perella, Steve Glasson, you know, Kelvin Kirko, Ray Glasser, who's here at Paradise Point now, Colin Kelly, Mark Casey. I mean, you know, it's a pretty good list of players.
Francis Drake wasn't mentioned there, was he?
It was almost in his time, wasn't it? But no, certainly amazing, actually, that we've even got a record of who won it 19.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so jump on if you're interested in having a look. It's got all the men's and ladies' results from all those years ago. So anyone who likes to go back through the history, bowlsqueensland.org, head in there and check it out.
Jimmy Higgins suggests that... Jimmy Aitken suggests that Ponce was one of the finalists.
Yeah. I was going to say, we go out and ask Ponce, he'd remember 1904. He'd still be able to tell you what hand he played on the 16th end.
I bet.
And how unlucky he was not to get the shot as well.
Well, exactly, yeah. There's someone behind him waving their hands. Put him off. No, Ron, it doesn't have the age, I'm sorry. So Chris is pretty deliberate on the mat here. He's holding one shot. He's coming up with his third shot. His third bowl.
G'day, Russell Hubbard from Thursday Island Bowls Club.
Wow.
Good mate of mine, Russ. I'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks, mate. State pennant playoffs.
So Chris a little bit unlucky there. He ran into Pete Leon's front bowl there. He was hoping to get around it and said he's bowled onto the jack or just a little bit past and behind the jack. Bowls Queensland, proudly sponsored by the Queensland Government, Mullins, More Than Law, BCIB, Insurance Brokers, Host Plus, Asset Sports, and Henselite, the choice of champions. And don't forget Paradise Point Bowls Club, the great hospitality they've shown here. Also the work by their staff and especially the greenkeepers has been outstanding. And Australia's Gold Coast.
Gotta love the Gold Coast.
For sure.
And Gold Coast Tweed Bowls as well.
Yeah, the Gold Coast is the major backer of these bowls, and a great mob to have behind you.
That's a good question, Colin, actually, about the carpet or the grass. Look, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I say I reckon these boys would have preferred to stay outside and play on the grass. Like we said before, Peter Leon beat Aaron Sheriff, Chris beat Barry Lester. I think both of them would have been quite happy to stay outside, but unfortunately, fortunately, we're lucky we have this facility here at Paradise Point, so we could, get the game done without the weather.
Yeah, well, Chris wanted to stay out yesterday at Musgrave there. He was pretty keen and eager to get on with his game and stay out there, but eventually we just had to stop with the amount of rain that they had there. So the game was stopped, and as a consequence, Chris was playing, I think, Wade Muzzleberg, and Wade basically conceded to Chris.
He's got an opportunity here, Chris, if he can get a little counter here. He's got to clear his own front one. And it doesn't look like he's going to.
No.
One shot. Chris Rosanese, so 19-14. Yeah, you're right there, Viv. He needed to make that one count. Sometimes, people talk about You know, there's great players out there that can convert heads, and I think the real art is adding shots. You know, that's
Yep.
that's where you win games, is adding shots.
Correct.
Punishes your opposition a little bit and says, you know, you got to do something as I'm going to make it count.
Yeah, it's like too, you know, when you're under pressure there, if you can keep maintaining shot after shot after shot, it's going to keep you in the lead, and eventually it's going to break down your opponent. So this is a great piece of electronic media here, where you can split the screen. You can see Chris on the mat, you see the Jack on the line. The technology is brilliant. And not a bad looking bowl. Just tucked behind the Jack there.
Great start there
Great
from
bowl.
Chris. Probably got the two most out there club shirts as well, haven't they? Pine Rivers and Koana. As you see on the screen there, they're very loud shirts.
Oh, they're great. Great to see that people put a bit of effort in and a bit of character into their uniforms.
And what a good shot here from Punsey. What a great reply there. That'll bring the crowds back, mate. That's one of his favourite sayings. That'll bring the crowds back. Yeah, the grass green here at Paradise Point wasn't too bad, actually. It ran quite well through the championships, even though we had a fair bit of rain at times. The surface held up quite well. It was a pleasure to play on, really.
The greenkeepers here, headed up by Jeff, are a very diligent group. Do a great job here at Paradise Point. And they, even the slight amount of rain we had the first day, it didn't seem to affect the green that much. The big downpour we got, there was a Jack left out there, and you could probably see a quarter of an inch of it.
Yeah.
But the drainage here is very good. You know, sort of within 20 minutes of the rain and the greens being flooded, they were cleared. So very, very good drainage. Roger Goodridge. How are you, Roger? So Chris's bowl up and away. It looks like though he hasn't got quite the grass line that he required, and it's cut the head. You're not too happy about that, obviously.
That's a good question, Rose. I'll go out on a limb here, and I'll say that he gets the name Ponce, Ponce, from the Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon. That's
Very
where
good.
I reckon he's got that name from.
Yeah, I think that came up earlier on, and that was probably exactly the same answer.
Spanish explorer.
Yeah.
I know I sounded very smart when I worked that out, but it's a beauty having Google in front of you.
No, you didn't have it. You just
The Spanish explorer. Such a great historian I am. But that's where I'm pretty sure, Rose, that's probably where it would have come from.
So Neil Hall watching from the Hideaway Bar saying hello to you, Kurt.
Oh, g'day, Neil. How you going, mate? Hope you and Michelle are having a great time. I follow all your photos on Facebook all the time. Seen Tim told you, make sure you're back for the state pennant playoff in a couple of weeks, so I'm sure you won't forget that one. Yeah, I'm very smart, Brad. Don't let anyone tell you anything different, mate.
Our leading historian. There you go. Oh. No, that's unkind, Steve.
Yeah, righto, Belly.
Uh-oh, broken into a trot.
Yeah.
So he's holding one shot there. What do you think he'll do here, Kurt? I know Chris's bowl's very close to his shot bowl.
Well, it's a bit delicate, isn't it? I mean, it's just got to try and draw the shot. He's going to play the backhand. I probably would have played the forehand, but that's why he's there and I'm in the commentary box. Whoops, he might have just heard me. No.
Oh, we might have asked Chris.
Oh, here we go. Well, I must remind him of this when we're playing together, when I'm skipping. He never listens to me when I'm skipping. Yeah. Tell you, it's not a bad effort here.
Oh, gee whiz.
Jeez, that's a good effort. Good effort.
He only needed a little bit more of Chris's bowl and he would have picked up that second shot. But as you were saying, it was a very, very delicate shot. Now, I'm not quite sure of this, but Alicia Rayner has said the former governor of Puerto Rico.
Was that one? Now I can't remember. What a great historian I am.
No, I think you've got that much knowledge there that you're just trying to gather it all and get it all together for the next question.
Leon de Ponce.
That's it. So the score currently, Peter Leon 20, Chris Rosannes 14, and you're viewing this live, the 2020 Bowls Queensland State Championship. We're at the men's singles and this is the final.
So there you have it. He was the first governor of Puerto Rico.
Oh, very good.
For anyone who's interested in that.
Oh, no,
Thanks for that, Alicia. And what a great opener here. Oh, no, look at it. It's ducking, it's holding. There it is. Yeah, good start there from Punzi. As he leads Chris Rosannes 20-14 here in the final of the 2020 Queensland Men's State Singles Championships.
So, Chris with his first bowl.
Sorry about that. I just, after Sheila's comment there about punce is a very derogatory word in the dictionary, I just looked it up and had a bit of a giggle. So thanks, Sheila.
Oh, Chris just found that gap, through the gap, and his bowl's resting on the right-hand side of the screen, about a metre and a half behind the jack.
It was a bit stiff there. It's a good opening bowl, though. It's past the head, gives him chances.
I don't think Peter's getting too much turn on that side. Just taking a bit more grass. So Chris with his second bowl. Chris bowls away. As you can see there's a bit of glare through there.
Yeah, the sun's come out through the clouds.
Unfortunately, Chris has just cut the head and just shy of the jack there.
I'm sure everybody's given these guys credit, Ben. Anyone who makes the state singles final gets the credit they deserve. Nobody's taking anything away from these two guys.
Well, they've done very, very well in their sections and advanced to the quarters and then the semis and now the final. Rolled a few big names there. Yeah, that's correct. A lot of big names. So Chris with his third shot.
Needs to get something close here, otherwise he might be in a little bit of strife. He doesn't want to be facing 4 down with his last bowl to the end. He very well could be after that one.
I reckon he unfortunately cut the head out there and winged it out towards the boundary. And Peter's grass line, he Just trying to will it on there. If he can get inside his front bowl there, he's got a great bowl. Now, is that in the count there?
I don't think so. It looks like it might have just slipped past a little bit. I think that, yeah, that front one there might be fourth wood. There you go. I'm showing that I play bowls in 1904. Fourth wood. Fourth wood.
And they used to be wooden bowls.
Yeah, fourth wood. There you go.
Ling or something like that was the wood, which used to float in water, I believe. Ligne or something like that.
Oh, Chris may get away with landing the third one here, and he did.
Wow.
That's fortunate. So 2 shots there to Peter Leon. Extends his lead to 22 to 14 in a 25 up match. Sorry, for those people from New South Wales who are watching, who still play 31 up. This Queensland, we play 25 shots up. You're right, Michael. There's no bigger name in the game of lawn bowls than Peter Leon. In Queensland, anyway.
Oh, I thought the jack had a bias on it then for a minute. Tracking out to the right and just turned the corner.
Not really sure on the answer to that one, Wayne. Does the sun change the rink? Being carpet, I suppose it might, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, as a rule, Robbie's right. The sun normally does slow a carpet surface down. As the cooler weather comes in, the carpet tightens up and gets quicker. So, but I'm not sure if that changes, that affects it that quickly. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But you're a fair way in there too.
I can tell you anything about Spanish explorers, but I can't tell you about what the sun does to carpet on a bowls green.
I think I was going to say that you're a fair way in from the side there. You're in on the second rink from the side, from the outside green. So I don't know whether the sun would have such a lot of effect there. And if you have a day where it's sunny like the other day, you can drop those shades. But once again, if you get a bit of wind, the shades flutter, and that gives you that a little bit of a funny picture in your eye when you're there. And I think the other day we had to tighten the shades down because some of the players were affected because the wind was actually flapping those shades. But interesting questions about the sun and the carpet. I wouldn't think today that it would affect it because there is a bit of a slight breeze out there, and it's a bit cooler too.
So Peter's played a couple of loose bowls here. As you can see, the first one, Peter has actually bowled 2 bowls so far this end. We can't see the first one. He slipped well past the jack. There it is. Thanks, Robbie. Maybe he thought the same thing. The sun's come out, the green's got slower, I better push it a bit. That might have answered our question, Wayne.
We're not on a loudspeaker, are we?
Yeah. He's on a good line here again. If his weight's right, he will come back to the centre line, as you can see. And that is the shot. It's not pretty, but it is the shot.
So Chris, with his third bowl, he can draw weight onto the jack. He can promote his own bowls. He can sit on that back bowl of Peter's. He's got some options there.
Yeah, Des, it was actually 16 years ago that Peter Leon won the state singles, and you're right, I'm pretty sure he beat Mark Monroe in the final. Peter's now 72 as of last Sunday. So he would have been 56 when he won the state singles. And as luck would have it, Peter Leon and Mark Monroe, who played that state final 16 years ago are in the playing pennant together at Kiwana now. So, and doesn't Marv like to bring up that state singles final when he lost to Peter Leon? And Punce likes to remind him of it too.
A little bit of friendly rivalry there. Keeps them spurred on.
And Paul, yes, the shirt that Chris is wearing is Club Pine Rivers, which is North Brisbane, and Peter Leon is Club Kiwana or Kiwana Thunder, which is on the Sunshine Coast.
So it looks like a pretty well-pointed bowl here. So you got enough weight just to bring him to the jack, push the jack back. No, that's a great shot. Great shot there.
So now you're Chris, you're 22-14 down. You're 2 down on the head. This is where the knees start knocking, the palms start sweating. I think he's got to give himself a good chance now up the backhand. So the right-hand side of your screen, nice and firm. If he's wide, he gets the inside edge of the one at 2 o'clock. If he's narrow, he gets the one on the centre line, or he takes those 2 bowls out. And that looks like what he's doing.
So Chris winding up on the mat. Delivered his bowl, and
He's
shy. He was shy, unfortunately. He just had to pick that port through the front 2 bowls there, and he would have done a fair bit of damage there and picked up the shot.
So Peter Leon now leads 24-14. So he's 1 shot away from being crowned the 2020 state singles champion. And how amazing is that?
Oh, it really is. You know, it's like you're saying before, when he won that title in 2004, and now he's up for the jump again in the 2020. You know, either it's a shiver down your back or a tingle in your eye, or, you know, it's just fantastic. But don't take anything away from Chris. Chris has done a marvellous job. He's still in the running here.
And I suppose that's another like bit of history we could look at to see. I don't want to say he's going to win it yet, because I don't want to put the jinx on him, but the biggest separation between the last state singles somebody won and the next one they won. Now, 16 years is a long time.
Oh, my word.
A long time between drinks and winning state singles. So I'd be interested to see if there's another time frame. Like I said, he hasn't won it yet. I don't want to put the jinx on him, but I just thought that was another.
Well, you can write this into your history books, can't you?
Yeah.
You'll be the next year's advisor. But it's wonderful. As I said, you know, the other week when we had 2 gentlemen put their ages together, 175. You got Peter out there, a lovely matured senior. They're playing, and you know, it is absolutely fantastic. It's got to be inspirational to everyone, and you know, there's light at the tunnel, no matter what age you are.
I keep saying 16 years. Sorry, it's 14 years since Peter Leon won the state singles.
What's 2 years?
Yeah, true. There we go. Phil says 16 years stints. He'll be 88 next time he wins it.
Well, that'll be a fair effort.
That's, of course, presuming he still wins this one.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's not over yet. So
Still
Chris
expect to see a little bit of a fight here from Chris.
Yeah, certainly. Are all states having championships, or has COVID stopped some? You might be a better answer than that, Kurt.
I'm not actually 100% sure. I know New South Wales are back playing. I've seen a bit of streaming down there. I don't think Victoria are back playing yet. Could be wrong about that.
I think Tassie are back in late March, and their triples are probably in early January. From Alison. Thank you, Alison Ben. So Chris has asked the marker who's got the shot, and the marker's indicating that it looks like a measure. So Chris with his third bowl gets the bowl away. Be hoping to plonk it on the jack there, or sit beside the jack, or just tuck in behind the jack.
Good bowl there from Chris to make it count.
And Anne McCarthy, Victoria's are scheduled for January. Thank you very much for that.
And of course, we're thinking of all our Victorian friends at the moment. Had a couple of restrictions lifted last week, but you've done it pretty tough down there. So you've been in all our thoughts up here in Queensland, and how tough it's been for you guys down there. It'll be a great day when you can all get back out in the green and have a game of bowls.
Oh, exactly right. People will be chafing at the bit to get out there. There'll be a line at the doors of the bowls clubs.
Yeah, sure will be.
So Peter Leon, he's following his bowl down, pretty eager. And Chris having a look at that. So Chris going back to the mat. Chris going to deliver his bowl. As we said before, the marker indicated that it was probably a measure to pick up the shot bowl. So Chris with his last bowl for this end. Chris will be trying to grab the shot here. As we said, it's a measure at the moment. Chris needs to get under these bowls.
It's a pretty good shot here from Chris.
Great bowl.
And he will pick up, was it 2 or 3? I didn't pay.
Well, it was the marker indicated there was a measure there before, so it'll be interesting to see if we have picked up a couple of shots. And just going for the measure then. Peter's saying get those fingers out of there and use the tape.
Pick up, is it 2 or 3?
So 2 shots to Chris Rosanese. Two shots, yes.
24-16 now. G'day to me good mate there, welcome. G'day Darren Muir. Look forward to catching up next week, mate. Alex, bring the mat up and pot the jack punts. When you get to 24, bring it up and pot it. I think he's probably a little bit too old school for that, Al.
So Chris's first bowl. Fairly well out there. I don't think he's going to change off that track too much. No, green's not very giving out on that side. Peter Leon with his first bowl.
Yes, Lee, you're right. Old mate, being Nicky Carl, did make the call and said the final would be 25-16, but he never said who to.
No, he wasn't game to put a name to it.
No. But for everybody's sake out there who's tuning in to support Chris, they're hoping he's wrong.
Yeah, he did call it, but he wouldn't put a name to it. I said to him, "Come on, mate, you got to do that." He said, "No." He said maybe at about when the score's about 15, I might call out a name. He said, but not now. So nice bowl here by Chris. Tucked it in behind the jack, probably about 2 foot, 3 foot. Peter Leon with his second bowl.
And they always say the hardest shot to get in a game of singles is the last one, so we'll see how our old mate Punsi handles it. The stick's up, normally means it's good. And we're right again.
Great ball.
Great shot, Peter Leon. Just watch the stick. As soon as the end of it goes straight up in the air, you know he's got the shot. Just start clapping.
Yeah, I think you said that earlier, and Nick relayed it to me.
Yeah.
He said, Kurt said if he puts that stick up, he's pretty happy, and he'll take the shot, he'll make the shot. So Chris with a bit more weight here, but he's a bit shy, and he's going to go past Peter's back ball, and then probably gone for a swim there, I'd suggest. Was probably trying to dislodge Kurt's bowl, but unfortunately, Peter's bowl. I'm getting historians mixed up with bowlers here. But he was a bit shy of that.
So Peter's just taking his time here, trying to work out where to place this bowl. I'd probably suggest stay on the forehand and just beat his wing bowl out here and get second shot.
Yep.
Doesn't want to go near it really and build a target.
Looks like he's taking your advice, mate. Oh, she's trying to work very, very well now.
Just probably
tuck it in behind. Yeah, we know.
He wouldn't have wanted that one, I wouldn't have thought. But anyway.
No, he just needed to come back there, tuck it in front of Chris's bowl.
He's probably saying, righto, young fella, if you're good enough, hit it.
So, how's the line? Wow, great bowl.
Great shot.
What a beauty. What a beauty.
I thought it was just going to go under, but it held up enough.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? It really did. I thought, well... But it held. What a great shot. Dislodged Peter Leon's bowl.
Yeah. It's a great shot there from Chris under all sorts of pressure. I reckon if Punsi stays on his forehand here, I reckon I'll almost back him in to draw this. He's on his forehand, so we'll see. We will see. Oh, hang on. What's the stick doing? Oh, it's not up. It's not up.
Doesn't look too happy.
I'll tell you what, if he gets under this, he's done it.
Yeah, it looks like a
He has
great
done
bowl.
What a great
beauty.
shot. There you have it, folks. Peter Leon is our 116th state singles champion back from 1904. But 2020 state singles champion is Peter Leon.
Oh, what a great game from both gentlemen.
From Club Koana on the Sunshine Coast. Great effort there from Punts and to Chris as well for being runner-up. Very worthy runner-up.
Oh, it's been fantastic, Kurt. It really has. We've been privileged to see these bowls this week. Privileged to see you out there. Privileged to have you in the commentary here.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
It's a worthy finish to a great couple of weeks. The girls' final was absolutely sensational, and what a great finish all round. But yeah, that's a bit of history there, isn't it? You know, the 16-year gap. 14-year gap. Hang on, I'll get back to that 16 there. Yeah, no, we've missed 2 years, daylight saving or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how good. How good.
And 14 years between drinks, Peter Leon. Second state singles title at the very young age of 72. Congratulations, Peter Leon.
Well done.
And I'm sure I'll have to probably sneak inside now and see if he'll buy me a drink. And anybody who knows Punce will say good luck with that too.
Well, we probably did have the outdoor speaker on and you were spurring him on, so yeah. I reckon you deserve that drink.
No, it's very good effort there, and thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the coverage, and thanks for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure, mate. It's been a wonderful opportunity to have all you professionals in here that can showcase the game, can give us a blow-by-blow shots, how they're played. You know, you play those shots, and it's been absolutely magnificent to have you all up here and given us some advice and really showcasing this game.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, thanks very much to Kurt Brown. We're going to bring Brian back on to commentary. And thanks, mate, and see you later. Go and grab that beer off Peter Leon. So what an awesome game that was. What a ripper. And I'm just looking down here at this score written down by Nick, 25-16.
Come on, Nick.
Well, they come up now.
Well, find this very hard to believe, but Nick actually predicted the two people to make the final.
Yep.
And he predicted the score. So now I'm going to put one more challenge out to Nick. Nick, what's going to win the next race, mate?
Well, Flemington.
I don't care where it's at, mate.
You don't care. Oh,
mate,
okay.
he's got 3 out of 3 so far. Hey, good.
He's done very
Good on you, Nick.
We better talk to him about the Tats Lotto numbers too, Brian.
Yeah, that's for sure too, Pete.
Yeah.
Well, as you said, Peter, it's been a wonderful 2 weeks of bowls and an absolute pleasure bringing you this prestigious event out to the world. The numbers have been fantastic and it's just great to have everybody's company and been an absolute delight, mate.
Yeah, it has. It's been terrific. You know, it's a great atmosphere. The players are fabulous. You know, they share their information with everyone. They're great people to get on the green and bowl and share everything. They've just been absolutely superb. Their personalities have been showcased. Their professionalism has been showcased. It's been a pleasure.
But isn't it great to see the older statesmen, as much as, don't get me wrong, as the younger players have been superb all the way through this and take nothing away from Chris Rohan's, the way he's performed throughout the whole event. But it's just great to see an older statesman sneak up and have a win over. It's, as they said, it's 16 years since he won his last one, so, mate, even the old punts, even his age, mate, can still a state champion, eh?
How good. How good.
Shows you about this great game of ours, mate. Doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, what disability you have, no matter what you have, everyone's got a capability of mixing it with the best.
Exactly. Never, ever underestimate.
And, of course, this event would not be brought to you if it wasn't for the proud sponsors of Bowls Queensland, which is Queensland Government, Mullins More Than Law, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Host Plus, Asset Sports, Henselite, Choice of Champions, and, of course, Paradise Point Bowls Club, and we don't forget Gold Coast Special Events, who are also very generous with their sponsorship, and it was wonderful to catch up with Pauline the other afternoon.
Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah,
She was here and presented some prizes and had a little speech, and it was really great to see. And with all those sponsors, as I've always said, please support the people who support our great game, Pete.
Oh, exactly right. Exactly right. I think we should throw out a big thank you to Jeff and his team, the greenkeeper here.
Oh, did a superb job, mate. The whole crew, mate.
They've worked under some climatic enhancements in the conditions, if you like to say, and
they did, Pete.
They've done a wonderful job.
But not only the greenkeepers here, mate, all the clubs that hosted this wonderful event over the Gold Coast in the last week, it's been an absolute hard task for all the clubs with all their volunteers and umpires and bar staff, and of course all those hard-working officials that hand out the cards and
my word,
the players back out in the green. The Queensland Match Committee, who are normally, they normally don't get treated very nicely at times, but mate, they do their best. It's been a bit hard the last few days with the inclement weather, and they've got to make a few tough decisions and.
And I don't think, Brian, that people know how many people really are involved. You look at all the clubs, officials, the umpires, etc.
Yep.
And
brilliantly played, great spirit, and it's good to see. I just had a bit of a chip at Peter Leon. A long time between drinks, and he just said, "Oh well, he wanted to let a few other people win it in the meantime." In the meantime, thank you very much. Right, the runner-up, Chris Rosanese from Pine Rivers. And the winner, Peter Leon, presently from Kawana. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hey, that weighs a ton.
You get
Two of them, they just one. Oh, God. Thank you. What? Good God. Really?
two microphones.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. It's been a long time between drinks. I'd like to thank everyone we played on the way through. We had some wonderful games, and no doubt you've seen one of the most up-and-coming stars in the business with Chris Rosanese. He's played today in those atrocious conditions was impeccable. Fantastic. And we'll see a lot more of you, Chris, that's for sure. To everyone involved, we'd like to thank you all. And to all my mates that came and, Brown Ball's there, he came up and watched me. And to everyone else, and it was very good to see Neville Flood and Dobbo stay home because every time they come up, I get beat. So I said, don't come up, and they didn't. So thank you very much, spectators, everyone alike, and see you next 20 years maybe. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Tony, don't worry about it. Haven't turned off, I'm in the wrong place. Well, with that, Pete, made one conclusion to an absolute marvellous couple of weeks, my friend. As we see President of Bowls Queensland there, Peter Williamson, with Vice President Mr. Kerry Green. And there's going to be a few photographs now taken by the players. Put in the Bowler magazine, no doubt. We see all the hard-working officials up there, and of course Kelsey come out to take a few shots with Chris and Peter. Well, mate, on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media crew, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this great event, and it's been absolutely superb, mate. The effort the team's put in, I take my hat off to Peter Hutchinson as well as Brett Clifford, the guest commentators we've had all the way through the 2 weeks. Had some great commentators in here helping us, Peter, and of course Robbie Allen and Tony Allen. Amount of time and effort they put in, mate, just absolutely superb. And mate, what more can one say? But Tuesday, we see that demo. Yep, mate. You won't see me Tuesday. I've got a bit of work to do Tuesday, but Robbie and the crew will be up there, mate. Pete will be up there on Thursday and Friday. Robbie will be up there every day, mate, and we're looking forward to bringing you in the next 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the disability games from Chermside, which should be a great couple of days of bowls up there, mate. I'm really looking forward to seeing the boys up there. I'll be up there Wednesday, Thursday, hopefully. And Friday, we fly to Cairns for a 3-test series, North versus South, which 2 games on Saturday and 1 game on Sunday. So then after that, we're back to normal, mate. So
What's normal?
What's normal, yeah. Yeah. But it's just been an absolute pleasure. And look, as president of the Gold Coast Tweed District, I can't be more proud than the crew we have working in the media team and their dedication. They've done a superb job over the last few weeks, and we've got a few more hard days ahead of us. But we just love bringing bowls to the world. As simple as that. We just enjoy promoting our great game. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. There's not much more we can say, but we're going to start packing up now. We've got a good hour and a half packing everything up and loading the van up and getting ready to travel up to Chermside on Tuesday morning. So on behalf of Robbie and Tony, and as President of the Gold Coast Tweed District, thank you very much for your company. Congratulations to Peter Leon. Commiserations to Chris. It was a superb final. And as Peter said in his speech, I am sure we're going to see a lot more of Chris Rosanne over the next few years. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, have a good couple of days. For those of you who are going to watch the NRL tonight, don't drink too much. Enjoy the game, and we'll be on air around about probably 9 or 9:30 on Tuesday morning up at Chermside. So enjoy the couple of days. Thank you very much.
October is come and try month. Get in the game at a club near you. Check your local bowls club for details. Lawn bowls, what a game.